Each week, American History TV's Real America brings you archival films that help tell the story of the 20th century. Republican Herbert Hoover served as president from 1929 to 1933. Remembered most for his time in the Oval Office at the start of the Great Depression, Hoover also served as the Secretary of Commerce under Presidents Harding and Coolidge. In this hour-long 1960 NBC interview, Hoover discusses his life beyond the presidency. Speaking with reporter Ray Henley, he delves into topics including his childhood, his time in China during the Boxer Rebellion, and his involvement in supplying food to civilians in German-occupied Belgium during World War I. This program is part of the collections of the Stanford University Library's Department of Special Collections and University Archives.
Mr. Hoover, when did your career as an engineer come to an end?
It came to an end when shortly after I took over the Belgian relief in 1914. I didn't know it at the time. We all expected the war would be over very shortly and we'd get back to work. But as the war went on and on, my clients and partners had to have some other interest. So I never went back to the profession.
Do you, who was it who asked you to get into the relief work?
That was the combined pressures of leading Belgians, the Belgian ambassador, the Belgian prime minister, the American ambassador in London, and the American ambassador in Brussels. They all seemed to concentrate on me to undertake that job.
So that this operation carried on during the war, you certainly must have been in some exciting experiences from time to time.
Well, most of it was a pretty humdrum business. You had to transport a tremendous volume of food overseas with a fleet of 300 ships. You had to distribute it, transport it inland, ration the population and take possession of their agricultural product and so forth. And in fact, it was the first food administration in the history of the world. The incidents that came out of it were nothing very startling. One of them I remember rather distinctly, that the service across the North Sea was maintained by the Dutch, and they frequently lost their channel steamers. But they always provided methods of escape, so nobody much was drowned. One day I went down to take the boat, and I had usually paid the bill for my food and cabin at the end of the trip. But the steward came to me and he said, "You'll have to pay cash." And I said, "How come?" Well, he said, "Last voyage the Queen Wilhelmina went down and the passengers owed me £9.10, and he said I never got the money."